We're going to go on and do a little bit of newaza mat work. Some of you who've done a lot of mat work, probably this is less interesting to you. Yesterday we did a nice sumigaishi. I always like to roll up on top. In judo, obviously, we can pin for points. Sometimes you want to submit. I always like to strangle myself. So I have the key that I used in my setup for my sumigaishi. Remember how we did that? Cross over the back pull. I've kept this. I'm going to slide my hand forward into the lapel. Turn his head away. This is not illegal, by the way, because I'm just controlling his head. He can still move. Reaching underneath and leaning my weight down. This is classic kata gyaku juji shime. But it's done off of the movement. I have the lapel. I'm going to slide my palm in to the outside, push the head away, reach underneath my own arm, bring both arms up as I lean my weight down. So with your partners, please. You don't have to do the setup if you don't want to. Dr. Kirby, I'm sorry. You're having a hard weekend. Greg is here, so we can transfer. Doesn't have to be that.
I'm feeling kind of on the windpipe.
Doesn't have to be that deep. This has to be deep. Block the head away. I just come right up to here. Bring it in as you drop your weight. You should strangle.
That was better. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel it here.
Yeah. If you're shallow with the wrist bone, you'll push against the trachea, which isn't much fun for her.
Right. That's where I'm feeling.
It's as effective in the long run, but it's not fun and it's not safe.
Right.
So a little bit deeper so that the cutting edge of your wrist pushes against this sternocleidomastoid muscle, which underneath is the carotid. Yes. No. The cough. This is the 9th and 11th nerves being stimulated. Let it in and makes you cough. And it knows that it lets you know. Yeah. All right, let's pull it up. So, this is done from the top position because the weight of my body helps me to affect the strangle. But from the under position, the weight of my body, I better have real strong hands because he's going to try to stand up away from this choke, and it creates enough of a gap that maybe he gets a hand in and doesn't let me finish the strangle. I'd rather that didn't happen. So from the underside, I'm going to put my thumb in and just cross over on top and pull him close. And he can't stand up. It changes the dynamic of our relationship. And as he tries to pull away, it makes the strangle much tighter. So from this side again, I'm going to feed thumb in. Instead of going underneath, I cross over and finish. You all right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So underside, again, I'm going to feed in my thumb, come over, and all I have to do is have a piece of his back. And it gets very tight, very quick as my body hangs on him to finish the strangle.
Notice his body position as he changes from one side to the other. Yes. If you try to stay on one side and do this, you won't have any power. He comes in, locks, see where his body position is. See how he's doing that with his body?
With your partners, please. And let your hanging body do the strangling for you. It's not your hands don't do the strangling. Your hands just do the positioning. It's your body that does the strangling here. Yahoo.
There's a nice
Your body.
Can you? Quite.
It's not so hard. Here.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Sure. I'm shy, actually.
Okay. feed, and here. I got to drop the hand enough that I can put the pressure on the neck. Let's pull it up. Questions about either the Gyakko or the Nami? No? Okay. Remember Gakyu, you let your weight do the work, and Kata, it's not Nami. Kata, you let the weight do the work. Okay? It is Nami. It's both hands are down. The Nami, you let the weight do the work. Your body does it. Your arms aren't strong enough to strangle people, really. They're just good ties. They're good ropes. On your stomach. Now, you never want to give anybody your back. This is a terrible position to be in. But how many times in a judo contest do you see that? Guy does a bad throw, bails out, walks down, turtles up. It's a terrible position to be in. Okay. Jensen White, world bronze medalist. He's up by 2 Yukos in the Dutch Open. He does this, and it's just a drop down. I'm going to trap his legs for just a second. This gives me some leverage. You take your index finger and put your thumb right on the middle knuckle. All I'm going to do is use this like a little drill. And I'm going to start just behind his ear at the edge of the jaw. And just drill it across. I can take Hadaka from here, or I can take a Kurieri from here. I like Hadaka. It's a very nice strangle. Okay? And it doesn't matter if he's covering up his neck, because this is a drill. And I just slide it, his head has to turn. Right behind this jaw. This is a nice little groove. And you just work it, work it, work it, till the hand comes across. And when it does, you take your hand like this. Now, you don't pull back. You break the neck and spine if you do. It's not legal. Mate, Hansakamake, Shido, whatever. You drop your shoulder in as a support for the spinal column and drop your weight down on him as you pull the hands together. Drill, 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 cross, food, support and lean. Again, your weight does the strangling, not my arms. My arms are the lock, the noose, if you will, that allow me to finish the move.
Is this a trachea choke?
No, it's vagal choke, vagus nerve. What I'm doing is I'm compressing you this way. I'm not blocking the air. Most of the strangles, to be effective, there's 3 ways to strangle. There's asphyxiation, basically where you block the trachea. They build up carbon dioxide, 40 seconds to 90 seconds. You can inexpertly block the carotids somewhere between 8 and 20 seconds. But just under the carotid, if you've got the right compression bilaterally, it's the vagus nerve. And the vagal choke, you drop the body's blood pressure and go unconscious in about 1.8 seconds.
Dang, really?
And that's the one you want. Boom. Now, if you don't get it, you just happen to also be in the position to maintain the carotid choke. And you just also happen to be in the position to start to asphyxiate. As the muscles get weaker, the trachea compresses.
Cool. How do you find the vagus? Where can I see where you're going to find the vagus?
I know that the vagus nerve is right under the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So when I come across, working in, I'm going to put the back of my thumb on his sternocleidomastoid muscle, that little bulgy muscle right there. And then as I compress, it all occurs.
Remember Yoji Kondo? Mm-hmm. He did a big seminar on this choke, and he did some research or found some research. And you just pitch that one side, and he was taking people and just locking one side under the shoulder and just.
It's because he's got so much weight here that it automatically, like a sankaku, just finishes it. All right, pull her up. Now, sometimes you don't want to take the time to get your legs in, and that's okay. Maybe the referees are calling mate really quickly. You don't like that. You can come down on them the same way, come across. But this time I'm going to grab the collar. Sit up just a bit. Here. I'm inside the thumb in. Okay? I'm going to slide off his back and capture his shoulder and his arm. I don't know, they call it the British bow now. Brad Bolin uses this a lot. He's a U.S. national champion. It's a variation on kata hashime. I'm capturing the arm and I'm blocking the shoulder with my leg. But it comes across the same way, but thumb in. Not so deep that I trap my own wrist. Of course, my wrists are not nice anymore, so I stay a little looser so that my body can roll and I can capture. This captures the shoulder and I pull the arm just to me. It gets very tight, very quick. Right? But it's the same movement under the chin to the lapel. I can do that from this position too. Same movement under the chin and capture it as well. Okay? With your partners. Underneath the arm. There we go. Not behind his head, just keep it to you. That opens his chest up.
Okay. Yeah.
So you open his chest up and then you hold it down, it increases the pressure. Just lay that on me. Yeah.
Something is not right.
No, this is true.
It's in the Norwegian.
Turn your hips this way. Okay, good. Now, just underneath and keep this here. Stretch him out, arch your back. You're not deep enough with this thumb. There it is. Couple small things. Just sit down. I want this thumb in, I don't want it too deep. The deeper it is, I put so much pressure on my wrist I can hurt it. I just want it parallel, because most of this is going to be done with my leg and body. I keep this to my chest. I trap the shoulder. I drop him in this hole. In this hole. If I have him over here, he still feels okay. As soon as I move him there, he doesn't. Okay? Go ahead. I was more flexible before. Okay, let's pull her up. Any questions on either the Hadaka Jime or the modified Kataha? Yes? No? Okay. Easy enough. So, we'll do some Kansetsu Waza, arm locks. This is again from common guard position. I'm going to keep the gi again and pull him down to me. I sit up to my opponent from here, and I'm going to pull him down by taking the sleeve and the lapel. Now, I don't want to trap his arm so much as I want to keep it here at my side. Here. Here. And I'm going to switch my hips and push away and come over, and I'm going to keep the lapel. And here's my strangle and also my arm. If I let the lapel go, he's gone. roll through. Now we're going to have some difficulty keeping the kansetsu. All right? So I want to keep the lapel to me, and all I'm doing is trapping the arm, moving my hip above the elbow. And I've got the strangle and the arm lock together. And I initiate this at this point here. I've fallen down, whatever. He's going to attack. We can even be outside the guard position. Lapel, sleeve, scoot, switch the hips, keep the lapel, lock the arm, strangle. I don't give him time to start blocking my knees, putting his elbows in my thighs. I don't have that time in judo anyway. Down. Arm. Strangle. Thumb again. Should be even with his carotid. Or the arm. Or the arm. All right?
Yeah.
With your partner, please. Okay.
So you want to turn loose to the head?
Okay, pull her up. It's fairly straightforward. Juji Gatame and, or he's a Juji Gatame and the strangle. It's pretty easy. Same position. I'm going to sit up into it. And I don't like this position for whatever reason. I'm just going to switch and take the Urigatami. I didn't get the arm, or I lost the sleeve or something. That's okay. I'm just going to switch inside the elbow. And Urigatami here. Against my neck is where I like it. It's very quick and hurts. Sorry. If he's down a little lower, you can still get it. But it's the same. I sit up, I start my move. For whatever reason, I don't like it. And I switch. Gatami. This cutting edge of your forearm is on this little knot behind the elbow, the olecranon. And it gets very tight, very quick. And it's just like doing my hadaka jime. Here. Good. Thank you. With your partner. On your back. Okay. So we covered, just to recap again, Gyaku Juji Shime, block the head away, weight down. Nami Juji Shime, thumb in, opposite side, weight down. Stomach. Hooks in. Knuckle and thumb. Slide across. Hadaka Jime. No hooks in. Slide across, thumb in. Pull off the back, capture. Kata Hajime. Modified. Sitting up, pulling him in. Keeping the lapel. Leg over. Strangle. And Juji Gatame. Same again, don't like it. Switch to Gatame. Any questions on any of those?
Director, sir.
Okay. He appreciates it.
Question, I noticed on the Urigatami, you kept your other leg that was controlling his body here as opposed to over his back.
Gives me the ability to slide and make it a lot tighter and drop his elbow into the hole.
Okay.
We don't like to break arms. We like to control arms and make them submit. But by keeping this position, I can break the arm if I choose, which sometimes you have to do. As Rhonda's going to be maybe doing tonight. We'll see. I know. I know. It's like the odds. What are the odds? Pretty good. Any other questions? Any questions on the Ashiwaza? Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's circle up. Thank you. Appreciate your all participation. Thank you. Great.